All right, let's be real for a second. Are you just drowning in website data? I mean, you've got clicks, rankings, user behavior coming out of your ears, but trying to connect all those dots? It feels impossible, right? Well, what if you could turn all that data chaos into strategic clarity with a single chart? Today, we're going to decode that exact tool.
So here's our game plan. First up, we're going to talk about the core problem, what I'm calling the SEO data puzzle. Then we'll dive into Google's really smart solution. After that, I'll show you exactly how to read it, break it down into 4 key strategy quadrants, and most importantly, we'll finish with how to turn those insights into real action.
So let's kick things off with the challenge we all face. If you're in SEO or marketing, you are sitting on a mountain of data. You just know there's a powerful story hidden in there, but trying to find the plot? It feels like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Does this sound familiar to you? You're trying so hard to build that complete, big picture of what's working and what's not, but it feels like you're just looking at a dozen different snapshots instead of one big, beautiful, panoramic view.
And you know why it's so tough? It's because we're juggling all these disconnected data points. You've got click-through rate over here, average position over there, and then device breakdown somewhere else entirely. Analysts spend hours, literally hours, pulling this all together by hand, which makes spotting the real trends incredibly difficult.
But what if there was a better way? You know, the folks at Google are absolute masters of organizing information, and they've actually applied that same genius logic to our own website performance data. Let's take a look at their elegant solution.
And here it is, the Google Bubble Chart. Basically, it's a data visualization tool that takes all those separate metrics we were just talking about and plots them in a single cohesive chart. It's designed to help you see the relationships and patterns in your data way more effectively. It's a game changer.
So, how do we actually use this thing? Well, think of this next section as your map key. Once you get the hang of the basic elements, you'll be able to unlock some seriously powerful insights.
The foundation is actually pretty simple. The horizontal x-axis, that's the one at the bottom, it tracks your click-through rate. So the further to the right a bubble is, the higher its CTR. The vertical y-axis on the side, that's your average search position, with the best rankings, like position 1, right at the very top.
Now for the fun part, the bubbles. Each and every bubble you see on this chart represents a specific search query that real people typed into Google to find your site. And its size tells a really important story. The bigger the bubble, the more clicks that query has brought in. Simple as that.
And there's one more critical layer here, color. Each bubble's color tells you the device type, so maybe blue is for mobile or green is for desktop. This is so powerful because you can instantly see not just what people are searching for, but how they're searching, and that tells you where you need to optimize.
Okay, this is where the chart goes from being a cool visual to being a strategic weapon. It's divided into 4 quadrants, and each one tells you exactly where to focus your energy to get the biggest impact.
First up, let's talk about the top right. This is where your top performers live. This is the goal.
We call this the sweet spot. These are your star players, queries with a top search position and a high click-through rate. They're already well optimized and bringing in great traffic. Your job here is simple. Protect the success and keep doing what you're doing. Next, let's shift our eyes down to the bottom right quadrant. This place is interesting.
These are the opportunities. Queries here have a lower rank, but check this out. They have a high click-through rate. This tells you something incredibly powerful. Your content is super relevant, and people are choosing you even when you're not at the top. A small boost in rank here could unleash a massive wave of new traffic.
Now, over in the bottom left, we find the queries with both a low position and a low CTR.
This is what we call the improvement zone. Now, don't just dismiss these. This is where you have to make some key strategic decisions. You got to ask yourself, is this query actually important to my business? If it is, that's a crystal clear signal to refine your content. And if it's not, well, you can safely ignore it and focus elsewhere.
And finally, the top left quadrant. This one presents a real puzzle, a head-scratcher. We call this the CTR challenge. You're ranking right at the top, which is great, but you're not getting the clicks. You're visible, but you're not compelling. And this forces you to ask some tough questions. Is a competitor's title just more attractive? Or, are you maybe ranking for a query that isn't really relevant to your page at all? So let's just put it all together real quick. Top right is your sweet spot. Your job is to maintain. Bottom right holds your hidden gems and opportunities. You got to optimize for rank. Bottom left is the improvement zone. You need to refine your content strategy. And top left is the CTR challenge.
You have to boost that click appeal. See? 4 quadrants, 4 totally clear actions.
But look, identifying these quadrants is only half the battle, right? Now let's talk about the really important part, turning all this analysis into actual measurable results.
So where do you even start? Easy. First, go tackle your CTR challenge by optimizing your metadata, make those titles and descriptions irresistible. Second, address your improvement zone by using that query data to restructure your pages to better match what users want. And third, make your opportunities pop by enhancing your structured data to really grab attention in the search results.
And why does any of this even matter? Because, and this is a great reminder, SEO is not dead. As long as people are using search engines to find information, businesses will need to optimize their content to be found. And tools like this bubble chart just make that whole process smarter and way more effective.
So we'll leave you with this thought. You now have the map. You know how to read your website's performance in a powerful new way. The only question left is, what hidden opportunities and buried treasures is your data about to reveal?